Call the meeting in order for the Village of Round Lake Beach. This is our board meeting for Monday, July 23rd, 2018. Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk. Trustee Valdez. Trustee Wallace.
Here.
Trustee Butler.
Here.
Trustee Nichols.
Here.
Mayor Hill.
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any additions, deletions, or corrections for the agenda tonight? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee
Second.
Wallace, second by trustee Valdez. Motion is second. Any questions, corrections, clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the agenda is approved as written. We have the July 9, 2018 council meeting minutes. Any corrections or clarifications there? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Husk. We have motion second. Once again, any questions, corrections, clarifications? Again, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those are approved also. We have no expenditures to approve tonight. We have no ratifications, so we'll move down to our committee reports. Any of the trustees have any reports? Trustee Wallace?
I do have one, Mayor. Actually, I have a couple. I just want to remind everybody, I brought up at the last board meeting about the recycling changes. Around the end of this month, Waste Management is going to start their cart tagging program. They're going to be going around, and if there's anything that is not supposed to be in the recycling bins, they're going to put a tag on your bin, let you know what shouldn't be in there, but they'll still empty it. When they come back around the following week, if they find things in there again, they'll tag it, but they won't pick it up until those things are removed. Then once those things are removed, then they'll do it. This is being done because of the cost of recycling and the low returns that they're getting from that. So just a reminder of that. Also, I always remind everybody about our electronics recycling in our town at the entrance to the Sunset Sanitary Plant. Our site is open Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 3, and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you also still have your recycling at the Grays Lake facility, 7 a.m. to 3:30 during the week, and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Grays Lake also accepts the other textiles and plastics and cardboard and things like that. My second one is, if I can take a second, I'd like to do a special thank you from the Beach Fest Committee. As I mentioned before, there's so much that goes into putting on this event, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that often go unnoticed. So to all those who have their time to volunteer in the many areas that we needed help, such as selling tickets, checking IDs, assisting with vendors, loading in their booths, so on and so forth, maintaining the green rooms for the entertainment, cleaning up the grounds, among other things. To Public Works for all their time and effort in getting everything ready. It takes hours to set up the grounds and all the multitude of items that are behind the scenes. To Mobile Eye for making sure the traffic and patrons flowed smoothly each day. To our police department for maintaining the presence they do and making sure that everyone can enjoy themselves while remaining safe. To the fire department who came out and were there the whole weekend with an ambulance and first aid station for anyone that needed the help. To all the village administrative staff that helped us with marketing, printing, finance processing, etc. And last but by no means least, to the mayor and the village trustees for their support and the offer of additional assistance wherever we needed it. So to all those that help make Beach Fest what it is for Round Lake Beach and our surrounding communities, we just want you to know that your time and commitment have not gone unnoticed. Thank you all again.
Well, thank you, trustee Wallace. It's very nice of you to say all that. And department heads, especially the department staff, they really bust their butts for Beach Fest every year. It's been a great event. Any other trustees have any announcements tonight?
Here, down on this end.
All right, Mayor, Midweek Break on the Lake is coming up again August 8th. That's the second Wednesday of every month. Again, we will have live music on a couple of the different venues outside, and also the comedians inside starting at 8 o'clock. So please come on out. It's all free. A free event. And food, drinks, all be available for purchase as well. It's a great family fun event.
And Mayor, on Tuesday, August 7th, we have our wonderful favorite event, National Night Out. And it will be from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Round Lake Beach Lakefront. And again, 2,000 free hot dogs, and we love free hot dogs in this town. So bring the kids out, have a free hot dog. There's gonna be so much to do, face painting, the car show is fabulous every year. Our officers, our police department do a wonderful job, so please come out and join us. And again, back by popular demand, Dunk a Cop. So come on out and see us. Thank you.
Thank you, trustees. One question on National Night Out. I know there's limited parking down by the lakefront. You either head down Beachview or Glenwood, one of those roads over there off Cedar Lake Road, across Muscatys. But is there also a shuttle bus this year again from the Cultural Center?
There should be again, I'll confirm that, and maybe we could get on our website, but there should be again. We've had
That'd
it
be
every
great.
year.
A lot of residents that live up the north side here can just park right there, grab the shuttle bus, make it easy, trying to find a place to park. It's really hard over there.
And Mayor, if I can, there's always room for not just dunk a cop, there's also dunk a mayor, dunk a trustee. There's always room in the dunk tank.
Thanks for sharing. Any other announcements for the trustees tonight? Okay. There's no mayor's report tonight. Is there a clerk's report? Okay, moving right into our items of business then. See, we have item A is a resolution approving the first addendum to the partnership agreement with Affordable Housing Corporation of Lake County. We're gonna start using, Affordable Housing Corp of Lake County to rehab and sell one of the homes that Round Lake Beach purchased. They're gonna charge us a fee of $13,188, but they're gonna do the rehab and the sale and everything else, so it'll be a one-stop shopping for us. This is one of the homes we picked up pretty cheaply on the market out there, so we should be able to sell it easily for the price that they need to get and not lose any money at all, and might even have a little extra money left over to put in the fund to rehab more homes in the future. So we're looking forward to that. Affordable Housing Corp's been a very good partner for Round Lake Beach. We look forward to continued success with them. Is there a motion to approve?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Motion by trustee Nichols. By
Second.
trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
That's approved. Item B is an ordinance granting a special use permit with certain variances and departures for an automotive repair facility for the property at 1321 North Fairfield Road. There's a new owner at this facility, and whenever there's a new owner, we need to renew their special use permit for their automotive use, since those require a special use permit anywhere in the village of Round Lake Beach. And even when the property changes hands, even though it's existing business, they still need to get the new permit. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve? Motion
Second.
by trustee Butler, second by trustee Wallace. We have motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item C is an ordinance granting variations and departures relative to the side yard setback and lot width for property located at 1030 Haynesville Road, Round Lake Beach, Illinois. There've been structures on this property for many, many years now. They don't meet our current codes, but those codes weren't in effect when those items were built, the structures were built. We're gonna be listing them as existing non-conforming structures on the property. At the same time, the property owner's gonna be adding, I think, a two-car garage also is gonna be attached to the house. So just to clean everything up, we'll pass one ordinance and, or one variance here to correct it. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to speak on this issue, for or against? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace,
Second.
second by trustee Butler. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
That's also approved. Item D is a resolution authorizing the purchase of certain information technology equipment from CDW-G, that's CDW Government, in an amount not to exceed $84,976.46. It's time for us to replace our outdated servers, which are no longer supported by the company. We've been trying to do that once every 5 years or so, and they're time for renewal. As anyone in IT will tell you, there's a limited time span for these items, and the way they've been improving technology so quickly, it'll benefit the village greatly to upgrade these servers. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Nichols, second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item E is a resolution approving a contract with Impact Networking LLC, for the installation of computer-related hardware in amount not to exceed $33,600. They're the ones that'll be installing the new servers, configuring the servers, and transferring all the data from the old servers to the new servers, make sure everything's operating properly, and make sure we don't have any downtime in the process, or none of our residents will be impacted from us being offline. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee
Second.
Wallace, second by trustee Valdez. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item F is a resolution approving the appropriation of funds for the purchase of computer equipment from SHI International in amount not to exceed $33,424.82. Every year, we replace a certain amount of our laptops or desktops, and so we keep them fresh about every 3 years on those items. Right now, we have a situation where we're doing inspections, and we're upgrading our software for the inspections. The tablets they're using right now won't handle the data that they need to use. We definitely need to upgrade all those. And a few of the other ones that are getting older, we're going to upgrade them just so we don't have any issues along the way. Again, about every 3 years, we update those. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Trustee Butler, second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item G is an ordinance extending the water tower lease with evergent.com LLC. They've been in our water tower for many years now. We're going to be extending that contract, co-locating them on the water towers is one way for us to reduce additional structures out in the neighborhoods and keep the clutter down throughout the village. It's worked out very well. Village makes a little bit of money, and we have better cell service for a lot of our residents because of that. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Motion by trustee Nichols,
Second.
second by trustee Wallace. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's also approved. Item H is an ordinance repealing and replacing 8-1-1 through 8-1-7 of the village code regarding certain building code regulations. We're going to be upgrading our building codes to the 2015 version. There is also a 2018 version, but that's still being tested out there, and we don't like to upgrade too quickly. We want to make sure it gets flushed out and that the codes, the way they've been changed, are appropriate for our community. We always do make certain changes in these codes, just so there's a few things that will only be specific that we update in there. And those will be available through the building department if anyone's interested in reading through that. It's only about this thick. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Husk,
Second.
second by trustee Wallace. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's also approved. And item I, swearing in of a new trustee. Kind of the moment you've all been here waiting for, I think, most of you out here. Margie's been our clerk now for, what, 9 years?
9 years.
9 years. She'd also like to have input and direction and to have a voice and where the village is going, which is great to hear. Trustee Valdez used to be a village clerk also, was in the same situation, and she's been a trustee for many years too. For now on, for at least for the time being, we're going to use our deputy clerks to assume the responsibilities of the clerk's office instead of filling that role, and see how all that works out. A lot of villages do not have elected clerks. They just have staff that are hired to do the job. It's a record-keeping position. A lot of important information goes through that department, but whether it has to be elected or not has been something that's been kicked about in many communities for many years. So we're just going to kind of test it out here for a while. If it works out well, we'll probably ask the voters to approve a change. Any questions by the board? I think we have to have a vote. I will actually say Margie Cleveland. I'd like to appoint her as trustee for the Village of Round Lake Beach to fill out the unexpired term of Lynette Bennis. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace,
Second.
second by trustee Husk. Teasing you a little bit. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved. Margie, would you step in front of the dais here, and we'll do the swearing in?
Sure, I just want to say something first. It's been a great privilege and honor to be clerk for this village, and I want to say thank you to everybody here and to all the staff. They've been a great help. Thank you very much.
He's proud to lead this. You've done it more than I have.
I'll forget it now.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
trustee
trustee
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Our new trustee. You've been lost for a while. That was actually our last item of business tonight. It's now open to public participation, and when there's a question or comment for the board, please come on the microphone. Either state your comment or ask your question.
Good evening, Board. Thank you very much. My name is Dick Barr. I just wanted to thank you all for doing such a fantastic job on Beach Fest. My family had an awesome time. It was a great event. Too bad it rained again. But other than that, it was a fantastic event. But more importantly, I do want to thank you for your partnership agreement with Lake County, the Affordable Housing Corporation of Lake County. I know you know the good work they do. I know Ms. Pugliese knows exactly the great work they do. But from a real estate perspective, I have clients who call me every year to thank me for the opportunity that I gave them, which I didn't give. Affordable Housing Corporation of Lake County gave them opportunities to buy homes that they never would have had an opportunity to buy. And the fact that it's a win for them and a win for our community by taking a blighted property is a win-win. And I want to thank you for moving forward on that.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name is Judy Ziegler. Some of you may remember me from Public Works, but I have an issue. The property directly next door to mine was vacant until a few years ago. Never had a house on it that I'm aware of. The owner put a fence around it. And being zoned residential, I was under the impression that everything on the property, the usage would be for residential use. However, that is, my opinion, is not being complied with. If I may show you a picture on my camera, because my computer died, I can't download it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There apparently is old air conditioning units sitting on there. I don't believe.
Just by itself?
Several of them. There was a box fan out there at one time. The air conditioning and heating facilities, I believe that's the person that bought it, but you can see all kinds of air conditioning units there, and it's becoming overgrown, and I don't know if there's Freon in these things anymore or not, and I'm quite concerned.
Have you talked to?
Address?
Pardon?
Do you know the address of the?
It would be 924 Ronald Terrace.
Have you spoken to the building department yet on that?
About a month ago, I was in, spoke to the clerk from the building department. Also, one of the clerks from upstairs was down there when I put the complaint in. At one time, I saw a small white car parked on front of the property. The property goes uphill as mine does. If you're in the street, you can't see. But there is a setback from the street and stuff like that. That is public property. And from there, you can see all of this. Dave, you wanna see what I'm talking about too? There's several of them.
Yeah, we'll take a look into this. Some might actually be in process of being addressed, as you know, from working with us all those years. But you have to give them a citation, give them ordered remedy, they have 2 weeks to clean it up. If they don't do it, we gotta go back,
Right.
follow up with the process, and then take them to court, so that can take time. I'll see where we're at, though, we'll let you
I
know.
was in the Economic Development Department
Yep.
approximately a month ago, and I haven't seen anything, so I decided to come in today.
Sure, okay,
Thank you for your time.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? It was remiss of me earlier in the meeting not to point out we have 2 former trustees with us tonight. We have former senior trustee Jerry Mattingly and former trustee Tom Smith with us. Thank you for joining us tonight, and their lovely wives.
Which would be Marcia and Sue.
Well, if there's nothing else tonight, then, we have no executive session, we have no action on those items. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Valdez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.